Hello and welcome back. This video is for fourth and fifth grade division, and today we're going to focus on dividing numbers that end in zeros. Okay, here is our first one that we're going to do. We're going to do 560 divided by 8. And there is a trick to this that's going to make it a little bit easier. What we want to do is first focus on the numbers that are not zeros in our problem. So I'm going to rewrite it over here. I'm going to write 560 divided by 8. Okay, so if I focus on the non-zero digits, that would be something like 56 and 8. I could start by dividing those. 56 divided by 8 from your division facts, as you know, is 7. So I'm going to put 7 right there. And then what I'm going to do is take the 0 that was attached to the 560, and I'm going to add it to the end of that answer. So if there's 1 0, I'd add 1 0. If there were 3 zeros, I'd add 3 zeros to the end of that answer. So 560 divided by 8 is equal to 70. Okay, here's our next one. We're going to take 1,800 and divide it by 30. So I'm going to go ahead and rewrite that down here. 1,800 divided by 30. Now, if both of your numbers end in zeros, you can actually cut some zeros off before you start dividing, as long as you cut the same amount of zeros off from both numbers. So if you notice here in 30, we have 1 0, and we have 2 zeros in the 1800s. So I'm going to cut off 1 0 from both. Then I'm going to go ahead and divide. So you can cut off zeros from both as long as you cut the same amount. So since 30 only had 1, that means I could only cut off 1 from the 1,800. Now I'm going to focus on the non-zero digits. So 18 divided by 3, and that would equal 6. But I still have 1 0 left over that I'm going to have to attach at the end of the 6. So 1,800 divided by 30 is equal to 60. Okay, here's our next one. We're going to do 100 divided by 2. Okay, so let me rewrite that here. 100 divided by 2. So 2 does not have a 0 at the end. It's not 20, so we can't cut off zeros from both the numbers. But what I can do is start looking at my non-zero digits to see if I can do that division. So I'm going to focus on 1 and 2. Now, since I can't really take 1 and divide it by 2 without getting something left over, I'm going to go ahead and include that first 0 in it and make it 10 divided by 2. Well, 10 divided by 2 is 5. So I'm going to go ahead and put that here. Now, I just have to add the 1 0 that I didn't include when I did my division to the end of that answer. So 100 divided by 2 is equal to 50. Okay, here's our next example. We're going to take 810 and divide it by 90. So let me go ahead and rewrite that here. 810 divided by 90. Now, both of these numbers end in 0, which means I can cut some zeros off. 90 has 1 0 and 8 has 1 0. So as long as I cut the same amount off from both numbers, I'm okay and I'll get the same answer. So I'm going to cut 1 0 from here and 1 0 from here. Now I'm going to focus on the non-zero digits. In that case, this would be 81 divided by 9. So 81 divided by 9 is 9. And now there's no leftover zeros that I have left that I need to add to the end of that. So 810 divided by 90 would be 9. Okay, here's our last example for this video. We're going to take 360 and divide it by 6. Okay, so only one of those numbers had zeros on the end, so I can't cut any zeros off, but I can go ahead and start focusing on the non-zero digits. So 36 divided by 6 is 6. So I'm going to go ahead and write that there. Now I have to add this leftover 0 to the end of my answer right there. So 360 divided by 6 is equal to 60. All right, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope to see you in another video soon.